channel 33 RPM.
Today I'm answering your questions, I'm responding to your comments, and I'm sharing my thoughts on Crosley turntables. Hang tight. Hey guys, Frank here, channel 33, RPM.com. This is Turntable Basics, tips and tricks for music fans just getting into vinyl. All the questions and comments I'm responding to today came from previous episodes of Turntable Basics. But before I get to that, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my friend Mark over at FunkyMooseRecords.ca who just sent me this shirt. Totally unexpected, out of the blue. If you're not familiar with Funky Moose Records, it's an online-only record store. Totally worth checking out. I will leave a link to it below this video. But thank you again, Mark. I absolutely love the shirt. Okay, the first question comes from Cameron, and Cameron asks, just a random question. Did you voice the radio host on Wave 103 in Grand Theft Auto Vice City? No, but how cool would that have been?
It's Frank, dropping the needle on 80s classics, only here on Wave 103.
Next question comes from Brendan, and Brendan asks, I recently found some records of my dad's in his closet and was looking into getting a turntable to play them. I don't have much money and would like to spend less than $100 on one. I found one for $50 on Amazon with built-in speakers. Would this work? Brendan, it sounds like you're asking about a Crosley turntable or a similar all-in-one unit. I recently asked Channel 33ers to weigh in on this very issue, and here are some of the responses I got. Jewel says, I have one of those cheap turntables, but I stopped using it, worrying for my collection. Chad says, I purchased 2 different models of Crosley turntables. Both went back to the store within a week for a full refund. The turntables wobble when they spin. Jeff writes, I found a Crosley portable suitcase-style turntable on a trash pile, and it looked like it was never used, so I took a chance and brought it home. It plays just fine, but it's just for the older vinyl and only for outside playing in the yard and on the deck. Tom at High Rant District writes, I'm not a Crosley fan, but if the price point allows more folks to enjoy some vinyl, then that's cool. To each their own. Here's my take on it. If you're curious about vinyl and your expectations are low, one of these cheaper turntables like a Crosley could serve as your gateway into the whole world of vinyl. I remember back in the late 80s, my friends and I used to sit around spinning records, and the equipment wasn't very good. I used to listen to records on an old Yorks all-in-one system purchased from Woolco for less than $100. And for that $100, it included a turntable, AM/FM tuner, and a double cassette deck. But in time, you build upon equipment and eventually get something better. The other option is to buy used. And if you're patient enough, there are still deals out there. For example, in a recent video, I showed you a really nice Sansui turntable I picked up for $10. Again, you have to be patient. You have to visit the secondhand stores, the Salvation Armies, the Goodwills pretty regularly and scan the online classifieds on a daily basis. Next comment comes from Jobless Alex. Alex writes, LOL noobs, paying hundreds just so you can make a needle follow a scratch on a huge piece of vinyl that just so happens to play music. Just get a 512 megabyte memory card and you'll be better off. Okay, I went out and bought the card. Now where do I put this thing? Okay, next question comes from Lord Vinyl. He writes, I'm getting back into vinyl and I'm trying to replace the records of my youth. Do you have any favorite online retailers you buy from? Oh man, good question, but it depends on a couple of things. 1, where in the world you are, and 2, whether you're looking for new vinyl or used vinyl. Of course, there's places like Music Stack, Discogs, and eBay, which are worldwide marketplaces where anyone can really sell. I buy a lot of vinyl through Amazon and the Amazon Marketplace. Also, as I told you at the top of the show, there's FunkyMooseRecords.ca. There's the shirt. And then there's also specialty websites. For example, I buy a lot of my metal through waronmusic.com, which is a great site for the heavier kind of stuff. Hope I answered your question. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. If you have any questions, also leave those. I'll pick the best ones and I'll answer them in a future episode. Thank you for liking and sharing. It goes a long way in helping this channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, remember to click that button so you never miss another episode again. Until next Sunday, vinyl friends, keep on spinning.